So this is the Racing Academy and Centre of Education in Ireland, which was established more than 40 years ago as a training school for people who want to work in the horse racing industry. The grounds that we're on here belong to the Irish National Stud, so we are a not-for-profit educational charity which is funded through the horse racing industry. And we would primarily bring young people into the racing industry in Ireland to give them the skills to get jobs and hopefully to be ultimately professional jockeys. And we would also do all the training, as the National Academy do all the training for people who want to take out licenses as riders, amateur riders, professional riders, trainers. And we run adult education for people who are working in the industry, and we would also do quite a bit of international training where we bring students who come here from a lot from Asia, many from throughout Europe, and from other countries who come here for particular types of international training, be they jockeys or stable staff or work riders or sometimes people who are involved in other aspects of the industry. All the trainees who come through here would do some jumping as part of their basic training, even if they're going to be flat jockeys. So it helps them to know how to use the horse and to be good horsemen. They would normally, every day they would have some training or coaching, but usually it's in shorter bursts. They're very effective, very useful training tools, and the trainees always love them because they're great fun, and they replicate riding, so it's good. So they get a lot of use, and we get outside jockeys come in and use them as well. What we're trying to develop is the concept that jockeys are professional athletes, because that is not something that has been traditionally perceived. The different schools go and ride and we get on an international race. So recently there has been a broader international federation established as well, which is based in Abu Dhabi, and that involves now up to about 30 countries around the world have their schools in it. So it's something the Czech Republic should be involved in.
Two specimen shoes, and they're surgical shoes. They're for therapeutic use. So this is one. It's the unilateral side bone, and they have to make the shoe to spec. So this is the spec and the drawing, and they have to make the shoe very similar to this. And then on the other one we have it's a crack shoe. So it's got a double clip. It's got a set down like this to take the pressure off the crack. And so they have to produce those two shoes in 1.25 hours. So it's quite tough, to go on. And yesterday they did their shoeing exam, where they had to shoe 2 feet, make 2 shoes and put them on a horse's feet. So. Okay. These are 4 years. It's 4 years and 2 weeks is the apprenticeship.
How they find out the job?
Well, after they qualify, they're all going to be self-employed. Most of them will be self-employed and work for themselves, but they will. We have guys that have come through the system and they're now in America, China, Japan, Saudi Arabia, and in Dubai as well.
So these people who were involved at the start, and this man who was the first director, had a vision and had a commitment to trying to do something for young people, and that is what developed from there. So it took a lot of effort from good-meaning people to do that, and it's only over time then that the industry gradually began to realise that this was something that should be supported. So it's in the horse industry, usually around the world, there's not a great priority given to investing in people and developing people, which is a pity, because you don't have an industry without good people. So it is a fight, I think, in every country that continues to try and get support for educational initiatives. And in our view, and based on the experience here, if you a small investment in people and education has a really big dividend to a country and to an industry. But if it is neglected, it undermines your industry, and so even for Ireland, where we are considered to be a world leader, we have not systematically invested in training and education and people of skills, and this is something we have to do, because we will end up losing our competitive advantage if we don't do this. So this is a message that we keep trying to push because we see the importance of it, you know, for the future health of the industry.
Was it difficult?
Yeah. That's a shoe from crack at the toe. So it's set down there so that there's no pressure on it. And then the clips there help stabilise the foot. That shoe is for side bone. So it's all beveled up there. It's thinner there. It's all beveled across. Just so that the horse can move easier.
But you made it?
Yeah, I made it. I made two of them there.
Three ways of motivation, isn't there? One, frighten them into motivating them, but it only lasts for a short period. Two, you can encourage them and be nice and sort of mollycoddle them. That doesn't work either. It doesn't last very long. They have to have it in here. To be good and to be really, really successful, they have to have the enthusiasm and the eagerness and wanting to learn inside in them, and then they'll be good. You know, they can't be good if they haven't got it.